technological landscape within the 2026 Corvette is vast and deeply integrated. Beyond the infotainment, the car is a network of sophisticated subsystems. The chassis is managed by a next-generation magnetic ride control 4.0 suspension. If not a further iteration, this system uses magnetor hyaluronic fluid in the shock absorbers that can change its viscosity near instantly in response to magnetic fields. Controlled by an ECU that monitors the road thousands of times per second, the result is a remarkable duality, a compliant, comfortable ride over broken pavement in tour mode, and a firm, body motion controlled setup in track mode. The available Performance Traction Management PTM system is a form of advanced stability control that offers 5 distinct modes of intervention, from a safety net setting for wet roads to a race mode that allows for significant slip angles, while still providing a subtle layer of corrective power and braking. The 2026 model will also feature the latest iteration of the electronic limited slip differential ELSD, which can proactively lock the rear differential for optimal traction out of corners based on steering angle, throttle input, and will slip. The brakes are massive Brembo units, with 6-piston monoblock calipers at the front and 4-piston at the rear, gripping large cross-drilled rotors. An optional carbon ceramic brake system offers even greater fade resistance and reduced unsprung weight. Driver assistance technology, often minimal in pure sports cars, is present but focused. A high-definition surround view camera system, front and rear parking sensors, a blind zone monitor, and rear cross-traffic alert are typical offerings, along with advanced features like adaptive cruise control and automatic emergency braking, making the car manageable in daily traffic. The driving experience of the 2026 Corvette C8 is where its revolutionary layout pays the greatest dividends. Starting the engine elicits a deep, resonant rumble from the V8, a familiar American soundtrack now emanating from behind the occupants. In tour mode, the car is astonishingly docile, the transmission shifts smoothly, the suspension absorbs bumps with grace, and the cabin remains quiet and relaxed, belying its extreme potential. This everyday usability is a core part of the Corvette's ethos, select sport, and the character sharpens. The exhaust opens with a more aggressive bark, the throttle response becomes more immediate, and the shifts from the dual-clutch transmission are accompanied by a satisfying thump. The steering, an electrically assisted rack and pinion system, weights up beautifully, providing excellent feedback about the front tire's grip levels. The true revelation comes on a twisting road or a track. The turn-in is phenomenally sharp. With minimal inertia to overcome, the car rotates with an eagerness and precision that feels telepathic, the rear end working with the driver to carve a corner. The limits of grip are tremendously high, and when they are approached, the breakaway is progressive and easily managed with throttle. The powertrain delivers relentless linear acceleration with the dual-clutch transmission firing off upshifts. At the red line with rifle bolt speed, the brakes inspire absolute confidence. With a firm pedal and immense stopping power, this is a car that flatters drivers of all skill levels, offering accessibility to the novice while providing a deeply engaging and adjustable platform for the expert. It democratizes supercar dynamics in a way no other vehicle can claim. Beyond the base Stingray, the 2026 model year will see the full flourishing of the C8's performance hierarchy. The Corvette Z06, reintroduced earlier in the generation, represents the apex of naturally aspirated track focus. Its heart is a 5.5-liter flat-plane crankshaft V8, a masterpiece of engineering that screams to an 8,600 revolutions per minute redline, producing well over 600 horsepower. This engine's character is completely different, high-strung, frenetic, and sonically glorious with a Formula One-like wail. The Z06 features radically widened bodywork to accommodate massive tires, extensive aerodynamic elements including a large rear wing for genuine downforce, and chassis components honed for maximum lateral grip for those seeking even more extreme performance. The Corvette ZR1, expected by 2026, will likely employ forced induction, possibly a twin-turbocharged version of the Z06's engine, to target horsepower figures exceeding 800, positioning it against the mightiest hypercars. There is also the hybrid E-Ray variant, which adds an electric motor to the front axle, creating an all-wheel drive hybrid system that provides explosive off-the-line acceleration, a brief electric-only running capability, a fascinating technological bridge. Each of these models builds upon the base C8 architecture, offering a distinct flavor of performance. From the hybrid Grand Tourer to the track day weapon to the ultimate speed machine, all sharing the same mid-engine philosophy but executing it for different purposes. The ownership proposition of the 2026 Corvette C8 is a critical part of its story. Its price, while having risen from earlier generations, remains a fraction of the cost of European mid-engine competitors with similar performance. This value is unprecedented and is underpinned by Chevrolet's vast dealer network and comparatively lower maintenance and parts costs. However, the experience is that of a true exotic car. It draws attention and admiration everywhere it goes. Its dramatic styling and mid-engine proportions signaling a serious performance intent. The community surrounding the Corvette is one of the largest and most passionate in the automotive world, with clubs, events, and online forums providing a wealth of knowledge and camaraderie for the 2026 owner. This means entering a world where the car is not just transportation, but a centerpiece of a lifestyle capable of dominating a track day, winning a concours d'elegance, or simply providing thrilling miles on a scenic byway. Depreciation has historically been moderate for Corvettes, and special models like the Z06 and Futures or One may even hold or appreciate in value. In essence, the 2026 Corvette C8 delivers an experience that was once the exclusive domain of multi-million-dollar machines, packaged with daily driver practicality, wrapped in stunning design, and offered at a price that continues to redefine the performance landscape. It is a car that is as much a technological statement as it is an emotional one, a testament to what is possible when a manufacturer commits to a radical idea and executes it with precision and passion. From its assembly at the dedicated Bowling Green assembly plant in Kentucky to its moment on the road, every aspect of the 2026 Corvette C8 is designed to deliver an unforgettable symphony of power, balance, and innovation, securing its legacy as the most transformative Corvette ever built and a landmark automobile of its era. The Chevrolet Corvette, an enduring symbol of American automotive performance, enters its 8th generation with the mid-engine C8, a revolutionary design that fundamentally reimagined the car's philosophy by the 2026 model year. This paradigm shift has not only been fully matured, but refined and enhanced, solidifying the Corvette's position as a world-class supercar accessible from a uniquely American perspective. The 2026 Chevrolet Corvette C8 represents the culmination of nearly 7 decades of iterative development, now freed from the constraints of a front-engine layout and honed through several years of production feedback and technological advancement. To understand this vehicle is to appreciate the complex interplay of bold engineering, meticulous design, and a deliberate strategy to deliver astonishing performance at a price point that continues to defy industry norms. At the heart of the 2026 Corvette's identity remains its powertrain configuration, the most significant change in the model's history. Moving the engine behind the passenger compartment was a decision that recalibrated the car's entire dynamic character. This layout centralizes mass, dramatically improving the moment of inertia and allowing the vehicle to rotate more eagerly and predictably around its center. The primary beneficiary of this is handling balance. The car transitions from understeer to neutral to oversteer with a linearity and controllability that was far more challenging to achieve in front-engine predecessors. For the 2026 base Stingray model, this mid-engine chassis is mated to a refined version of the 6.2-liter naturally aspirated LT2 V8 engine. Expect output to be meticulously tuned, likely resting around 495 horsepower and 470 pounds-ft of torque, though annual refinements in intake and exhaust tuning can see slight increments. This power is channeled exclusively through an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, a unit that has been software updated over the years for even faster, crisper shifts in track mode and smoother, more imperceptible changes in touring mode. This transmission is integral to the performance, mounted at the rear in a transaxle layout to further optimize weight distribution, which is targeted at a near-perfect 40% front, 60% rear. The 2026 model year will undoubtedly incorporate lessons learned from the higher performance variants introduced earlier in the C8's life cycle, meaning the base Stingray benefits from trickle-down technology in areas like cooling, software calibration, and chassis tuning. The exterior design of the 2026 Corvette C8 is an exercise in function-led aesthetics that manages to be both brutally technical and strikingly beautiful. Every vent, duct, and contour serves a purpose, managing airflow for cooling, downforce, and stability. The front end is low and wide, dominated by a prominent grille for radiator intake and flanked by complex ducting net channels. Air around the front wheels and along the sculpted sides. The signature Corvette crease runs along the doors, leading the eye to the dramatic engine air intakes behind the windows. A visual declaration of the mid-engine layout. The roofline sweeps back into a flying buttress design that channels air over the rear deck, which itself is a showcase piece with glass panels offering a view of the engine. Now a central part of the car's visual drama. The rear is arguably the most aggressive angle, with quad taillights that are a contemporary evolution of the classic round lenses. A significant rear diffuser, incinerated exhaust on the Stingray. For 2026, expect subtle refinements, perhaps. More advanced standard LED lighting with intricate signature patterns, new lightweight wheel designs, and a curated selection of new paint colors that highlight the car's sharp folds and facets. Materials continue to evolve, with carbon fiber exterior packages, roof, splitter, side skirts becoming more common as optional or even standard equipment on certain trims, reducing weight and increasing visual aggression. The construction itself utilizes a sophisticated blend of aluminum frame sections, a carbon fiber rear bumper beam, and composite body panels to achieve rigidity and lightness, forming a structure that is remarkably stiff for optimal handling. Feedback. Stepping inside the 2026 Corvette C8 reveals a cabin that is a radical departure from previous generations, finally fulfilling the promise of a true driver-centric cockpit that rivals European exotics in both design and material quality. The dominant feature is the wall of buttons, a vertical cascade of climate and comfort controls that runs diagonally from the center console up to the dashboard, separating the driver and passenger zones. This design allows for a clean, horizontal dash line that wraps around the driver, creating an intimate, focused environment. The steering wheel is a flat-bottomed, thick-rimmed unit, behind which lies a fully configurable, high-resolution digital instrument cluster. Every critical piece of information from a massive tachometer to tire temperatures and G-forces is rendered here with exceptional clarity. The standard infotainment system is a large touchscreen mounted centrally and angled toward the driver, running Chevrolet's latest software with crisp graphics, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and seamless connectivity. For 2026, this system will feature faster processors, enhanced voice recognition, and possibly integrated performance data logging and telemetry. The interior materials mark a significant upgrade, with genuine leather, suede microfiber, real metal accents, and carbon fiber trim available. The seats are a crucial component, offering excellent support for everyday driving in the GT configuration, while the optional competition sport seats provide aggressive bolstering for track use. Practicality, often an afterthought in mid-engine cars, is thoughtfully addressed. There is a surprisingly usable front trunk for luggage, and a rear storage compartment behind the engine, making the Corvette a viable grand tourer for weekend getaways. The driving position is excellent, with a wide range of adjustment and outward visibility, while compromise to the immediate rear is generally good for the segment, aided by a standard rear-view camera mirror that provides an unobstructed digital view.